And welcome back. We want to thank again Sharice Martinez for tuning in with us and sharing her story and what she got going on. We are watching the Good Looking News. I'm Kim Seabrook, and we will move forward with the news and what's going on. And teachers and students, they receive school essentials thanks to T-Mobile's $1 million donation. After over a year of empty classrooms, dusty bookshelves, and quiet playgrounds, many students across the U.S. are finally returning to school. So for teachers, that means working to gather vital school supplies to cover classroom work and fun. Unfortunately, teachers are often forced to juggle tight budgets to cover all of the essentials. So thankfully, DonorsChoose.org has become a fantastic platform for filling any gaps, and T-Mobile is stepping in to help with a $1 million donation. Donors Choose let educators ask the public for the classroom materials that they need to ensure student success. So for example, in Minnesota, Mrs. Wamsley is asking for an SD card and camera bag for her yearbook class. In New Jersey, Mrs. Transferry is wishing for a book nook for her second grade class. And Mrs. Robertson would like support in buying an easel pad and headphones for her first graders. So with T-Mobile's $1 million donation, Donors Choose will be able to fulfill these and other requests and help jumpstart the transition back to an in-person learning environment. Donors Choose makes the process easy, purchasing and shipping items directly to the school and sending a thank you note to the donor. This year, T-Mobile is continuing their work with Project 10 Million, their $10.7 billion initiative to provide 10 million underserved households with free internet and mobile hotspots over the next 10 years. Back to School is special this year acknowledges John Fryer, EVP of T-Mobile's Consumer Group. It represents getting back to so much more than we've missed after a really trying year for families, teachers, and students. And also, yes, that was it. I'm going into the next story. So yes, that is what's going on with T-Mobile. And thank you for the donations. This is definitely needed, I'm sure, especially after not being in school all this time. But what we have next is TikTok to let users shop through the app with Shopify. So TikTok users will soon be able to buy stuff directly through the short videos on the app, something that they had only been able to do through ads until now. Canadian e-commerce company Shopify said Tuesday that the businesses will be able to add a shopping tab to their TikTok profiles to create a mini storefront that links directly to their online store for checkout. The shopping tool, which is still being tested, is available to merchants in the US, UK, and Canada, and will roll out to more regions in the coming months. Shopify already had a deal with TikTok that let merchants create shoppable video ads that drive customers to online stores. ByteDance, the Beijing-based company that owns TikTok, already runs a thriving social media marketplace on Douyin, its twin video app for the Chinese market. Buying products through social media websites isn't yet as common in the US, though Pinterest and Facebook-owned Instagram have made some inroads. And reality star Kylie Jenner is among the first merchants to actually participate in the program by selling her skincare and cosmetic lines through TikTok. And next we have second beluga in failing health after the move to Connecticut. Mystic Aquarium says that a second of the 5 beluga whales is imported in May from a marine park in Canada is in failing health. Tuesday night's revelation comes 3 weeks after a male beluga, who was also a part of the group that arrived from Marineland in Niagara Falls, died at Mystic, an aquarium that specializes in beluga research. This female whale is suffering from several health issues, including a low white blood cell count and gastrointestinal issues. The aquarium said that recently in a Facebook post. The veterinarian team is monitoring the female beluga around the clock and is exploring every treatment option available to help her recover. Mystic said in a social media post that Mystic Aquarium has additionally reached out to beluga experts from across the country who are making the journey to the facility to assist them with the situation. The whales were imported from Marineland in Niagara Falls, Ontario, after a lengthy battle to obtain permits from both the United States and Canada. The male whale, which died on August 6, had arrived with a pre-existing gastrointestinal condition, the aquarium said at the time. Connecticut-based Friends of Animals and other activists have sought to block the transport of the whales in a lawsuit last fall against the U.S. Commerce Secretary and National Marine Fisheries Service, which had approved the research permit. The group claimed that the U.S. permit violated the Marine Mammal Protection Act and the National Environmental Policy Act because government officials did not adequately address the potential harm to the belugas from being moved to Mystic. A federal judge in March declined to issue an injunction. And next we'll be moving on to, this is sports, cars, drugs, death. Thai police, this is in Thailand. Thai police colonel investigated. Thai authorities arrested a 5th police officer in connection with a death of a drug dealer who was allegedly killed while being shaken down in custody for cash, but was still searching Thursday for 2 others, including the suspected ringleader, a police colonel accused of funding a lavish lifestyle through corruption. A police sergeant from the Muang District Station in a province north of Bangkok was apprehended late Wednesday. All 5 suspects in custody, including a major and a captain, were brought Thursday before a judge who ordered them held without bail on charges of dereliction of duty, torture, and murder. Authorities are still searching for a police lieutenant as well as Colonel Thisatan, who was chief of the station in Nakhon Sawan province and disappeared shortly before a video has surfaced on social media that appears to show him directing the assault on the suspect that led to the 24-year-old death. Sport cars, drugs, death. Thai police colonel investigated. And that is the story for that. And next, what do we have? 2 out of 5 police officers who are jointly accused of murdering a suspect are brought to Nakhon Sawan Provincial Court to request a demand in Nakhon Sawan Province, Thailand. And yes, I'm still away. I apologize. Thai authorities have arrested a number of police officers in connection with the death of a drug dealer who was allegedly killed while being shaken down in custody for cash, but was still searching Thursday for a few more. Yes, yes, yes. That is what's going on in Thai, and the authorities arrested actually a 5th police officer in connection with the death of a drug dealer who was allegedly killed while being shaken down in custody for cash, but was still searching Thursday for 2 others, including the suspected ringleader, a police colonel accused of funding a lavish lifestyle through corruption. A police sergeant from the Muang district in a province north of Bangkok was apprehended late Wednesday, and all 5 suspects in custody, including a major and a captain, were brought Thursday before a judge who ordered them held without bail. Now, if you didn't hear this before, I'm saying this again. Charges of dereliction of duty, torture, and murder. Authorities are still searching for a police lieutenant as well as Colonel Thisatan, who was chief of the station in Nakhon Sawan province and disappeared shortly before a video surfaced on social media that appears to show him directing the assault on the suspect that led to the 24-year-old's death. The colonel, who earned the nickname Joe Ferrari due to his penchant for sports cars, had a collection of 29 luxury automobiles worth more than 100 million. Actually, that's 300 million in US. Some of which he kept at a home in Bangkok worth about 60 million, 1.8 million US. And one of the cars found at the house, a yellow Lamborghini, was purchased by Thisatan from a car company that was involved in a tax evasion investigation 2 years ago. The police department of special investigation said that he was not charged in that case. In their search for him and the Lieutenant Thoron Matwana, Thai police have asked neighboring countries to be on the lookout in case they have already managed to get across the border. In our last story, we have porn actor Ron Jeremy is indicted on over 30 sex assault accounts. And if he is, I think the whole porn industry should, but that's just my opinion. But we move forward. A grand jury has indicted adult film actor Ron Jeremy on more than 30 counts of sexual assault involving 21 women and girls across more than 2 decades. Jeremy, 68, whose legal name is Ronald Jeremy Hyatt, pleaded not guilty in Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday to all of the allegations, which include 12 counts of rape. The indictment, which was returned August 19th and unsealed Wednesday, covers allegations dating from 1996 to 2019 with victims aged from 15 to 51. The counts appear to be identical to charges filed against Jeremy last year, which he also denied. In a tactical move also employed in their case against Harvey Weinstein, LA County prosecutors used secret grand jury proceedings to get an indictment that replaces the original charges, allowing them to skip a public preliminary hearing on the evidence and proceed to trial. Jeremy has been held in jail on $6.6 million in bail since his arrest on June 2020. The indictment includes allegations that Jeremy raped a 19-year-old woman during a photo shoot in 1996, raped a 26-year-old woman at a nightclub in 2003, and raped a 17-year-old girl at home in 2008. He also charged with sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl in 2004. No trial date has been set. Jeremy was told to return to court in October for a pretrial hearing. And along with Weinstein, he is one of only a few men investigated, one and only a few, and charged by a district attorney's task force to take on sexual misconduct in the entertainment industry as the Me Too era gained momentum in late 2017. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty to 10 counts of sexual assault and is also awaiting trial. A judge dismissed an 11th count. And that is your news for today. You've been watching the Good Looking News on Millennium TV 24. Make sure to download the apps on your Roku TV, your Apple TV, your smart TVs, your iPhones, your Androids, your Amazon Fire Stick. Download the apps. Watch us. You're watching Millennium TV 24. I'm Kim Seabrook. Thank you so much.